BART has been down this track before. 16 years ago, a young African-American man named Jerrold Hall was shot from behind by a BART officer. Like Oscar Grant, he wasn't armed. And just like this time, there were angry protests then. ABC 7's Leanne Melendez is here. And Leanne, you spoke today with Hall's father.
That's right. He was a captain with the Alameda Fire Department. He retired, and now Cornelius Hall lives in Mobile, Alabama. He told me he has been closely watching the developments in the Oscar Grant shooting because he feels he's gone through this before. This is January 1993 when protesters rallied outside of BART offices demanding an independent investigation into the shooting of 19-year-old Jerrold Hall. The young man was shot 2 months earlier in the back of the head outside this Hayward BART station. The BART officer was investigating a complaint of a stolen Walkman on one of the trains and stopped to question Hall and a friend. Today, more than 16 years after that incident, Cornelius Hall spoke to ABC 7 News from Pensacola, Florida.
The cop confronted him, and he asked the policeman, "What did I do?" And it went on from there, and the policeman hit him in the chest with the shotgun, breaking the butt of the shotgun, actually broke that over his head.
Hall says his son then walked away. Mike Healy, a BART spokesperson at the time, remembers the officer was cleared after the BART Firearms Review Board concluded the use of lethal force was justified.
The young man who was shot attacked the officer and then turned around and walked away, and the officer's account was that he believed that he was going for a gun that he'd hidden somewhere on the edge of the parking lot.
But no gun was ever found. The FBI, which later investigated the case, found no wrongdoing, a finding that disappointed the Hall family. Andrea Pritchett is with CopWatch and remembers the public's reaction.
Well, it wasn't as heated, it wasn't as explosive as this one is, because there was no videotape. So it was the war of words that always goes on.
Hall says the Oscar Grant shooting earlier this month has reopened some wounds. After his son's death, the Hall family asked the BART board for an oversight of the department.
They promised me after my son's case was over that they would try and get a police review board, which they didn't.
So today, following the Oscar Grant shooting, many are asking for an independent review board to oversee this investigation. And by the way, the BART officer cleared in the Hall shooting, Fred Crabtree, later suffered an accidental death. Cheryl?
All right, Leanne.